for watching at home at fiafights.tv. We are also on the internet. It is eaglesfc.org and Eagles Fighting Championship online on Facebook and on Instagram here as we get ready for our next bantamweight contest at 62 kilos. Octavian Tirsina of Moldova set to take on Ion Taburceanu, also of Moldova. Now, so far, all the fighters on the card have been from Moldova, but that is going to change as we get on later in the card. The elimination is probably the event from Eagles FC which has had the most foreigners on the fight card, at least that I've ever seen. Here's 21-year-old Octavian Tirsina making his pro debut here tonight. Got a strong combat sambo background in his own right.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call his opponent to the red corner. He's coming from Moldova. Please give it up for Ion Taburceanu.
Ion Taburceanu, 1-0. So far, so good. Represents the Barbarossa gym. Certainly, if you follow EFC, you are familiar with the Barbarossa family. They've had a lot of fights here in EFC, including his coach, Sergei Barbarossa. Taburceanu is 21 years old and looking to, well, there is Barbarossa right there with the beard. Longtime fighter here in EFC. Wonder when he'll be stepping back into the cage. But right now he'll be cornering his man, looking to extend that winning streak to 2-0. Lovely FIA girls, Angie on the left and Lilia on the right, doing their thing.
Age of 21, weighing 77 kilogram, height 1.77 meters. This is debut in mixed martial arts. He's fighting for combat sambo Ungain. Ladies and gentlemen, from Moldova, bring it up for Octavian Tirsina. Presenting the red corner, age of 21, weighing 77 kilogram, height 1.79 meters. Having a personal record of 1 fight and 1 win. He's fighting for Barbarossa. Ladies and gentlemen, from Moldova, bring it up for Ion Taburceanu. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a welterweight bout under 77 kilogram, a 5-minute 3-round MMA rules. Referee in the ring, Denis Pokatilov.
Fighters, come to the center. You are professional, you know rules. Protect yourself and listen to my comments. If you want, shake your hands. Back to your corner. Are you ready? Are you ready? Fight!
Round 1.
And here we go, round 1 underway here. This one also in the bantamweight division. I told you it was competitive, didn't I? And there's going to be a lot more where that came from. Big overhand right that time. Lands with authority, and look at it, just slams him right down to the canvas. Very aggressive start here from the man on the top here, Ion Taburceanu. Right in the side control, you can see that Tirsina has his right arm overhooked, preventing that left hand from doing any further damage. As soon as he can get that sucker free, I'm sure he's going to be trying to wail away. And Tirsina, for the moment, trying to keep him close, trying to keep him under control until he can figure out a game plan to either try to look for a submission, try to get him off of him, or change this situation. Trying to sneak that right leg over, trying to get into full mount, but that created the opportunity for Tirsina to get right back up to his feet now. Now there's a little bit of separation here between these two. There's that overhand right again, and he uses those punches to close the distance, and he gets his man up against the cage here, putting on a lot of pressure, and Tirsina looks distraught from this position. Down he goes, just kind of drug his man right down to the canvas, and Tirsina got a death grip on that head with the left arm. That's not going to do him too many favors, but boy, is he really squeezing that thing. Holy cow. And he does have his right arm around the other side here, and he is trying to rip that head clean off of the torso. Boy, that'll stretch out your cervical vertebrae, that's for sure. Look how he's got his hands clasped underneath here, but he's got his eyes right on the hands of Tirsina, and he's trying to pry open the hands. Look at the way he's torquing on the neck. Oh my! Stretching out the neck. He may be a few centimeters taller by the end of the night. Right hand's going in, and he's got full mount now. That is not good for Tirsina, and he's gotten rid of that grip, turns the back, but they scramble now. Boy, this fight is all over the place. Oh! And now, Tirsina really letting loose with some right hands, trying to get a little back. Trying to get back up. He almost got clobbered on the way up. Body kick goes in now. And another one. Narrowly misses with two wicked right hands, but they did not connect. And back up against the cage, a very action-packed first round. And there is still about 1:40 left on the clock. Oh, a hard knee went in right on the belt line. Right hand, I'll tell you, with this kind of an atmosphere, with the fans so close to the cage, you can almost feel the fans breathing on you there, so close. And I don't know that I've ever had a position actually this close to the cage before either. I can hold out my right hand without stretching at all and actually touch the fence. The building we're in right now is called, to the best I could possibly get a translation, the National Circus of Moldova. And we're actually in a circular room here, and there's only about 6 or 7 rows deep of seats. It's a very intimate arena. It almost has the feel inside this place that you're in the Ultimate Fighter in that kind of an arena. It's very intimate. This place can hold about 300 or 400 fans, but they're all right on top of each other and right on top of the cage here. And it's fights like this that almost bring it right into their laps. Pressing his man up against the cage here. Look how he's raising his left arm. Ooh, right hand found a way in. Turns him nicely. Still fighting for position here. Time running out. End of round 1. Oh my! Well, this fight was all over the place. Look at how Taburceanu uses those long-range weapons, that big overhand right, and then he immediately closes the distance on his opponent. He's using long-range weapons like body kicks and big overhand rights, and then he immediately closes in on his opponent, gets him down to the ground, and then tries to do some damage. He was successful in that, but then for the second half of the round, these two guys spent sprawling all over the cage. Round 2 coming up. Round 2 underway now. Boy, and there is a raucous feeling in this arena right now. Both men look to be calmed down a little bit. Towards the when things really got heated up in that first round, tempers were flaring, and I think, and the energy levels were at an all-time high between these two. But now they've had a moment to digest what happened, and they look more calm. They look more composed now. They've got that much-needed advice from their cornermen, and perhaps they both feel more confident in there. Especially to me, it just seemed like Octavian Tirsina in that first round did look a little bit confused, a little bit befuddled at times. And he gets dragged back down to the canvas now by Taburceanu. Postures up, looking for rights and lefts, but Tirsina gets those feet up. That's his defense shield right now. Tries to throw the legs out of the way and perhaps slide into side control. Ooh, there's that right hand. That has got to be his best weapon. We've seen it before. Was looking for an armbar, but could not execute it fully. And now Taburceanu finds himself on top from the side. You can bet for sure he's going to look to sneak that right leg over again, secure full mount, and then look for those powerful punches. In the meantime, he's just going to put his forearm right across the face and the throat of Tirsina. He has wiggle room there, and he almost got out. Look at the brute force now being used by Taburceanu to put his man on his back, but he's a slippery character, isn't he? Tirsina, very, very slippery character. Rights and lefts coming in, hammer fist being thrown down. Boy, that's smarts. When you get hit with the side of the hand like that, you're getting hit with that knuckle and then that bone on the side of your hand. Look at this now, almost into a north-south position, rolls out. Somebody's mouth guard fell out. Gonna slide that back into position as well. Still 1:50 left to work with here in round number 2. This one in the bantamweight division, as I said, very competitive division here. I cannot state that enough. It's so competitive, we had to divide it into 2 separate championships. Good God, what an uppercut that was! Oh my! What a beautiful shot! Right up the middle, and it was enough to end the contest. Good Lord! Well, let's take another look at that uppercut. Oh my! What a blast! He just, watch this. Here it comes. Bam! Oh my! Yeah, there was no need to take any further damage there. Good stoppage by the referee. You can see his head snap back. He just knocked that kid into next week. Here it comes. Oof. The hands, big time hands of Taburceanu finally got the better of Octavian Tirsina in this bout. A big knockout victory in round 2 for Taburceanu.